Hey guys, here we are again at the beginning of a glorious Dark Ascension Innistrad Draft, Swiss, online. After my high win the other day, we're looking at a pack with Droxskull Captain, who's amazing, Burning Oil, which is very good, Hot Fires of Undeath, which is even better, Nibbles of the Urn, Gather the Townsfolk, Tragic Slip, a lot of very good cards. Hard to pick. I don't really know. I mean, I love the Captain. I guess if I'm gonna go white, I don't know. I mean, Captain is white and blue, so it's more than just the white of the Urn and the Townsfolk, but it's that much stronger. It's unlikely Nibbles of the Urn wheels. Burning Oil would not get the nod over Fires. I mean, it would be either Fires, I guess Slip, or Captain. I'm looking sort of in terms of archetypes here. If I was going to take Nibbles of the Urn or Gather, it would probably be a white-green or white-blue deck. Droxskull Captain puts us in white-blue right away. I think it's worth trying to get that, so we're going to go with the Captain. Here we have an uncommon was taken. We have a rare that's a Fork, which is pretty good, but doesn't really go with our first pick. A blood Feud, which is very good, doesn't really go with our first pick. Secrets of the Dead, whatever. Skillful Lunge, whatever. Young Wolf, whatever. Elk is probably the best green card, although Wild Hunger is pretty good too. There's a Chant of the Skiff Song, which might be the pick. I mean, it's probably better than Thought Scour. It is better than Thought Scour. There's Blood Feud, but I mean, and there's the green cards, which I don't know. I think it might be worth sidestepping it to stay on point. I want to try to make my Captain work. Chant works with him and is a pretty decent removal spell for a flyer deck. I did well with it last time. I could go green here. I could take the Elk, but that sort of just foregoes my first pick, and I don't want that. So I'm just gonna go with the Chant and see what continues to come. All right. So here we have Markov Warlord, who's very good. Another red card, or right, I mean, we pass Fires, we pass Wild Hunger with a red splash. We have a Lamholt Elder, and we have a Gather the Townsfolk and a Silverclaw Griffin. I think the Townsfolk is better. It counts as a 2-drop. Looting, you know, fine, okay. Torturer, pretty okay too. I mean, jumping into white-blue, it might not work out, but at the same time, Gather, I think, is a pretty solid card, and this pack, it's not like... The only thing I'm really sorry to say goodbye to is the Warlord, and he's just not even on our radar right now, so I think Gather will be the pick. Alright. Well, we get a very late Blood Feud, which is... I don't know if it's a signal. And we also get a Dawn Treader Elk. But we also have another Chant and a Skillful Lunge. We have 2 creatures. I don't care. I'm taking the Chant. I'm staying on target. It's a fine card for flying removal, and I'm staying on point. We're gonna see if we can make this work. Oh my goodness! We get a 5th pick Stromkirk Captain. We also get a Harrowing Journey, which is good. A couple of good red cards. The red's been coming pretty good. Griptide, I mean, I'm happy with Griptide. Stromkirk would have been nice, but I guess if we were taking the red cards, then we would have had, like, you know, 2 Blood Feuds and a Stromkirk Captain, excuse me. Take the Griptide here. Sort by cost. Hopefully this will start working out at some point. Doesn't seem to be in this pack. We have no human. We have 1 human for the Mattock. We have Ripper and Fling for red. We have a couple green, couple random green, couple random black. The best card, you know, might be. I'm just gonna take the Mattock on the off chance that it works later. I've like never taken that card ever. All right. Well, we have a Scob. We have a Nearheat Stalker, which is good. We have a Jar of Eyeballs, which... it's not bad. Whenever a creature dies, you put 2 on it, and then you scry for that. Yeah, I like the Scat better. Jar's okay. I saw a video where the guy he was like debating on whether or not to play it. Oh, and here we have another one! My goodness. Torch Fiends coming around like nobody's business. Sanctuary Cat, not a high pick. I'll take the Jar here. This is our first pack. We get our Call to the Kindred back, which works in a sort of tribal deck, which we don't even really have going, unfortunately. We have 1 Spirit and not much else. Kind of sucks. I think I might take the Scab here, just because Bone to Ash. Yeah, I'm taking the Scab because it's not so great, but it is a creature. It does block. Wow, and we get Increasing Vengeance and Young Wolf on the wheel. So that's the kind of thing that shows you that, you know, what's being underdrafted. Like, Young Wolf's very playable in red-green, and Increasing Vengeance is pretty good. I just don't see either of them being anything. Secrets is not even anything. I'm going to take the Fengraf. Seems... We have another Mattock, which is horrible. All these other cards are bad. Take another Mattock. Take the Fiend. It's playable. Man, I guess we're in the wrong colors. Take the Journey on the off chance that I could splash it. Oh god. Okay guys, we have 10 seconds. We're on the first pack. The second pack, I'm going to take Silver Inlay Dagger because there's literally nothing else for us here. Unfortunately, we need creatures. We're definitely blue, and I want to be white, but perhaps at this point we won't be. Alright, here we get a Sturmgeist, which I'm going to take because it's a creature. It's pretty bomby. There's a couple of really good white cards, the Moment and the Bond, but Sturmgeist is really more what we need right now. Some win conditions. We had to take, that was just a really bad first pack for us in Innistrad, so second pack really. Out of this pack, I mean, if the Crab wheeled, I would be pretty happy actually, because if I can just sit back on the old blue-white flyer deck, there's just nothing coming to us right now. Here we have, I mean, Silver Chase Fox, a Patrician, an Apprentice, a Rebuke is okay. Unruly Mob is probably worse than all that. The Mob might be okay just because of the Mattock. I don't really even want to run that. Actually, the Apprentice is probably better. I might take the Apprentice just because it's blue and it technically does work with the Mattock. We have to try to scrape together some sort of playable deck here, and Synergy might be one way to do that. Rebuke is removal, but I think we have enough of that. Fox is good. Fox is better than Apprentice, but we're more blue. I think I'm going to take the Apprentice, hoping to wheel the Mob. That seems weird, but I'm going for it because sometimes you got to go for it. Here, Grasp is a solid pick in blue. Not too much else really we're missing at all. I mean, Interloper and Outcasts, they're okay. Urgent Exorcism, Dream Twist, some other stuff. Get some tempo. Alright, here we have another human, Cathar, which at 3 we actually only have 2 creatures, so he'd be fine. We have a Drakeshare, which, no, not going to happen. Hide that. Yeah, Cathar looks pretty much... Alchemy doesn't really do much for our deck right now. Couple, like 4 solid, like red Grey Ogres or 2 drops. Cathar's, I think, fine. Alright, here we have a Lantern Spirit and a Cloistered Youth and an Occultist. I'm going to take the Youth because it's a 2-drop. It's an aggressive 2-drop. It works with the Mattock. 2-drops are important. I think we can buy some wins with our 2s. Alright, and here we have a Claustrophobia, which I sort of want, but even Bellringer might be good actually with the Mattocks. I mean, at this point I'm really just going a little crazy because we have some... Look, we have Dagger. It's like... I'm just going to kill myself, so to speak. Claustrophobia is just such a better card, but at the same time, Bellringer, I think we need it. We have 7 creatures. I'm not I'm going with it. I'm going with it. I know it's wrong. See, and here's Scab, which I would have taken that, and it's not quite as good with the dagger as the bell ringer, but it's fine. Maybe Mauler. At this point, we have like one way to mill ourselves. Mauler's just not even that good. I like Scab better, so I'm gonna take Scab. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we have 5 3-drops. This deck is just claustrophobia, Village Bell Ring over claustrophobia. That's just embarrassing, but I think it's necessary because I just want to have a playable deck. Yeah, Spare from Evil. Might even play it. And here's a crab. If you can gum the ground up and just win with, you know, some sort of flyer or perhaps a cellar door, that could do the trick. Harrowing Journey off the splash for the final 3 points. You do your best with what you're given. Inquisitor's Flail over Dream Twist. Yeah, I'll take the Flail. Maybe you could put it on a something. Crab. Stormgeist. Bellringer. Probably not. There's just so many bad cards here. Mattox I would consider playing at least one. This is all fine. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just important that no matter what, you give yourself a playable deck so you have a chance at least to win. Hey, look, Alchemy Wield. That's pretty sweet. Play that. Maybe the Black Splash will come back again. Curse you. And here we are in our third and final pack. We pulled a good one, Dearly Departed, so we're definitely taking that. It could be one of the ways that we can actually win. As far as wheeling stuff, I mean, Feeling of Dread, Raven Sentry, Sensory Depth might be nice, all nice to wheel. I don't really count on it, but it's possible. Alright, here we have a few options. Volley, that's not happening. We have a Juggernaut at the 4, which actually would be pretty decent for filling our curve out, and it's a good creature. We have a Blazing Torch for some removal and evasion, I guess, earlier. And we have a Deranged Assistant, which is not the worst. It's tough. I mean, right, Juggernaut's definitely better than Assistant. I think we sort of need... I mean, we have our removal is like Chance right now. And not much else. Grasp, Griptide, so... I mean, Juggernaut, I think we need that. Assistant, I don't see being amazing here. I mean, it's nice to accelerate to these. We don't really have any undead creatures that need the bodies that the Assistant provides. Blazing Torch is good. We might really need removal, but I'm feeling the Juggernaut for some reason, just to have another threat. I think he's definitely a solid choice. I'm not sure of that one. Alright, here we have a Heron, a Sentry. Definitely going to take the Heron. Fill out our 4-drops a bit. We have a lot of 3s. I mean, we're not going to play both Maddox. We might not play the... I feel like we're not going to play Jar. 2s are not so great, but they're there. Sentry, I'm not... He is human, so we do have double Mattock, but Heron flies. We might wheel one of the Sentries. He works with our deck, with the theme of it. Makes sense. Alright, here I think I'm going to take the Smite because of removal. Scab we don't need at all. Pure Blood's whatever, that's a later card. Guy's Flame's great, can't play it. Pure Blood's not as good as Smite. Rune Enchantress is okay, we have enough equipment. I think the Smite's going to come in handy there. Here, staying on blue-white, I think Dissipate actually seems good. I mean, Tribute, the 2 green cards, some nice green stuff coming through. Urgent Exorcism is a sideboard card, but that card can get people, and we're heavy blue, so that could work. Seems like white was not really flowing this draft, so that might make all the difference. Alright, here we have a very similar run, it looks like. Another Bell Ringer, I think twice, a Cathar, and another Dissipate for us. One Headless Scab is not so hot. Bell Ringer might be good, because Scab I don't know. He's pretty horrible. And we have Mattock and Silver inlaid, so we have some decent human equipment running around. Cathar's pretty good too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think Bellringer. Maybe over Dissipate. I don't think I want to play 2 Dissipates. Think twice. I don't care about. I like the Bellringer. Defensive, possibly good to suit up. Alright, here we have an Occultist, but we also have a Sharpened Pitchfork, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not a lot of humans, actually. Probably wouldn't play the Pitchfork. I guess I'll take the Occultist. Hide the Scab. It's not very good. That'll be 6. It's another human. Scout Goliath. Actually, at this point, he's very playable, and he will definitely make the deck. Sensory Depth. Yeah, that'll buy some time. Ugh, Spider Spawning. I really hope we don't have to play against that. And some crap. Take the Note of the Bones. We don't have to play against it. Spare from Evil, we already have one. Grave Bramble, we don't care about. Let's take Memory's Journey. Intangible Virtue, don't really care about. Take a Dream Twist. Wooden Stake against the Vampires. Blade.